Well, Donald Trump getting saturation coverage from the media. Reporters cannot seem to get enough of him as they hang on to his every word. At the same time, Bernie Sanders, who got higher poll numbers than Trump in a recent poll, is largely being ignored. So is Sanders being treated like a member of the Witness Protection Program? Let's bring in our panel today. Judith Miller is a Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative reporter, author, and Fox News contributor. Lynn Sweet, Washington bureau chief for the Chicago Sun-Times. You're on the politics beat there. Lynn, what about it? Why does Trump get so much more coverage than his Democratic counterpart, Bernie Sanders?
Why, let me just figure that you're trying to be very provocative with this, because everyone knows that Trump is the front runner. A more apt comparison may be between Trump and Hillary Clinton. And I think what you're saying in the whole isn't true. Bernie Sanders is not getting ignored. He's getting plenty of attention in the key states of Iowa and New Hampshire, if you look at media there. If you look at the coverage of front-runner to front-runner, you will find that Bernie Sanders, even though he lags far behind at this point of Hillary Clinton, is being treated as a very solid number two. And let's say everybody who's listening to us now knows of the enormous interest in Donald Trump, which I don't know. If you want me to, I could go on and on why. So, of course, he's generating more attention. And one other quick thing, when you look at the attention to Republicans, they've had 5 debates so far. One just a few days ago. The Democrats will have only their 3rd one this Saturday.
Yeah, and the Democrats seem to like having their debates on Saturday night, Judy, which I suppose is a topic for another discussion, the least watched television night of the week.
Right.
But, you know, when Donald Trump first announced, the media kind of blew him off. Now they can't seem to get enough of him. Why?
Well, that's exactly what I've noticed about the coverage, and it's struck me more and more as time goes on, John and Lynn. You know, the coverage of him, the media coverage went from being dismissive and almost derogatory to kind of toadying and overly solicitous. So much so that some reporters have actually stopped challenging him on these misstatements of facts that he keeps making, these lies he keeps telling, whether it's the boyfriend, the girlfriends of the 9/11 hijackers being put on planes and sent out, whether, I mean, you know, on and on and on. Pinocchio after Pinocchio from the Washington Post, and yet it doesn't seem to matter because he is the front runner and there's been nothing like him. But really, we need something in between, kind of toadying up to a candidate and dismissing him totally. That's going to happen once the field narrows. I think then the focus on Trump is going to be very different.
Now, Judy,
well,
Donald Trump, hang on a second, Lynn, because Donald Trump, Judy, says people in the media are lying about him. That's what he told our Bill O'Reilly. Listen to this.
You are too thin-skinned.
I don't mind bad things about me. If it's true, I can handle that. But when people say untrue things, I don't like it.
But you want to be president. Tweet about Putin. Tweet about ISIS. I mean, it looks petty. It looks petty.
I like to have the truth told about me. And you know what? If I do something wrong, I know when it's wrong. And if somebody goes after me, including you, I don't mind it at all. But when I didn't do something wrong and they make it up and they make things up, that I don't like, Bill.
That's what he doesn't like. Lynn, I'll give you first chance to respond.
Well, can we have like a block of time here? But I'll be quick about this because, again, what Trump is saying is not accurate. I heard on Hannity last night. Hannity was just trying to get him to talk about how he would deal with Congress, and then he slides into and pivots to many, many other topics instead of addressing a kind of routine question. And he knows the media is not monolithic. If you have one beef against some story, you say that. He's trying to run against the media. It's everything he's doing is working for him. But here is the main thing to watch. A part of Trump's stump speech is how well he's doing in his polls. But the only poll that counts in politics is on Election Day, and that's what he has to be thinking of if he does not do well or win in Iowa and New Hampshire. What is he really going to be about? And let me underscore, Judy, it is a role of the media to take what he says and dissect it and truth check it, because he is not if for a man who wants to run government, he needs to show that he could accurately talk about
But they're not
government.
doing that, Lynn. They're letting him get away with lie after lie, and I don't understand that. Yes, you want access to him, and he may be president, but still, you challenge him when he says things that are
So, Judy, you
untrue.
think that reporters are afraid they'll be cut off from him?
You bet I do. Of course, that's what's going on here. How else does one explain it?
He has done that to Fox News in the past when he decided when he's decided that we weren't treating him what he considered fairly.
Right.
All right, we'll see where this all goes. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend. Judy Miller,
You too. Happy holiday. Thank you.
Holiday.
You too.